Hey everyone, it's Marianna, and I can't believe that 2020 is pretty much over. I mean, wow. It's just been such a crazy year. I have started this year with 60 subscribers, and all of them were my friends. And then in the middle of the year during quarantine, all of a sudden I had 300 subscribers, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you're still watching, because you might just be subscribed and just not watch my content at all, but you're too lazy to unsubscribe. So, thank you for being too lazy to unsubscribe, I guess. I don't probably aren't even watching this video, but anyway, yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and my friends for being very supportive and for giving me suggestions this year. So hopefully 2021 is going to be a really good year as well. And like I said, yes, I'm starting a new wow, I can't speak. I'm starting a new bullet journal. And that's really exciting for me because this is the third year I'm bullet journaling. And I've been using planners for a really long time. It's just something that I really enjoy. And creating a bullet journal, creating bullet journal spreads, it just really gives you more control with how your planner looks like and all of that stuff. And I really enjoy that because, like I said, I used to use planners, but I was always very, very, very particular about them. So it would take me an hour to choose one planner. So yeah, I'm really excited that I get to create a new one for 2021, and hopefully I get to use it more. Hopefully we get to go back to the old way, the old normal, I guess. So yeah. So starting with this page, this is just the year in the glance. I like doing this in the beginning of all of my bullet journals because it's really helpful when I start my monthly spreads and all that. And instead of just checking my phone, if I have my bullet journal, I just check here because it's at the first page, where on my phone, you have to open the app and everything. And as always, I sketched everything out, or I planned everything out in pencil, so I just started erasing all of that. And of course, I really, really love color. I know that a lot of people will keep their yearly view, I guess, very minimalistic because that's going to be the whole year, but I really love using color. So I'm using my Stabilo, what are these called, highlighters, and these are all of the pastel ones. And of course, I'm just putting them in rainbow order because I don't know, I just love colors, I love rainbows. And yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of this in this 2021 setup. A while ago, I'm not even sure if I said 2020 or 2021. I'm not used to it yet, and I don't think I will be anytime soon. It's really crazy to think that 2020 is already over, especially since we've spent most of the year indoors. But anyway, going back to my bullet journal spread, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But yeah, now I'm just writing out the months over on top of the dates, and at the bottom I'm just going to write year at a glance. Okay, so moving on to the next page. Now I'm using a Muji pen, although it did run out of ink, I think. I don't even know. I had to switch throughout so many different pens because they all started running out of ink. I need to buy new pens. But anyway, so this over here is something that I got from Amanda H. Lee, and I actually had a pretty hard time understanding her video. I've watched several videos on how to do this, but I found it very confusing, and just doing the math was pretty difficult. But I was able to do it. This is the grid spacing guide thing. I don't even know what it's called, but it's the one where you get to basically plot out the divisions of your page so that you don't always have to do the math for each spread and for each page. So you just look back at this and figure out how you want to divide the page, and you see the divisions for that, if that makes any sense. I'm going to put a link down below for the guide that I used. It's for a specific notebook, but my notebook is not that notebook, but it had almost the same grid spacing. Like, I think it's 26 by 37, but the guide that I followed was actually a 26 by 38. So in the end, I just did whatever with the vertical, and then I just followed the horizontal one, and that actually really helped a lot. So I will leave a link down below if you guys want to do that, because that was so much easier for me than doing the math myself and watching different videos on how to like do that and stuff. So yeah, I just decided to divide it like by 4 and by 6 vertically, and I think by 3 or by 2, and I don't know, okay, by 6 and by 4 or 3 horizontally, one of those. I'm trying to watch the video right now and like what I filmed, and I think it's 4 and 6, so I'm really not sure, but yeah. Okay, so again, I'm just erasing everything, and after that I'll be writing grid spacing guide. I think that's what I wrote. Honestly, I'm not sure. But I guess we'll see. I wrote this in calligraphy with, again, a different pen because my pens kept on running out of ink. So yeah. Okay, so for this next spread, this is just going to be my year in pixels spread. I do this every year instead of doing those like the mood spreads. I think that's what they're called. I've never done those. I've always done it this way. In fact, I started doing a year in pixels even before I ever got a bullet journal. I literally just got a piece of paper and divided it into the year and to the days of the months. If that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I just added grids for each day of the year. There you go. And I would start filling those up with markers. And so when I finally decided to start my first bullet journal, I just carried it on over because I really enjoy doing it. I get to see how my year was. And yeah, I'm really excited for this year as well. If you're not sure how this works, it's basically like you just write the numbers of the month, like the days of the month. So 1 to 31 on the left side, like downwards, that's vertically. Yeah, okay. And then you just make these lines, and each column, row, I don't even know what the difference is, but I think it's the column is for each month. So that way you have a square for each day of the year. And then you create a legend, which I will be creating in a bit, with different colors. Or you can even do symbols if you just want to, like, I don't know, draw circles in them, draw squares, shade them. It's really up to you. Of course, like I said, I love colors, so obviously mine is full of color. So you create your legend, and then each day of the year you basically just color in the day with how you felt about that specific day. And it's really great having this all in one page because you see how your mood was throughout the year, and this is really good for mental health. Like, you get to see also, like, if you see in my other bullet journal spreads, you see that I have a sleep tracker. And so sometimes I can see that my sleep affects my mood for the day, and like you see by how much, and that's just really good to have. And so yeah, at the top I'm gonna write the legend, and at the bottom I'm going to be writing my New Year's resolutions, because I do have those every single year because, you know, self-improvement and stuff. So yeah, right now I'm just creating the legend using my highlighters. The reason I use these highlighters, even though I have different markers, is that these are the only markers that I take, like when I go to school or when I go out. These markers are constantly in my pencil case, and so that means that wherever I am, I can fill out each day. Because if I decided to use different markers with like prettier colors, then that would just mean that I could only do it when I'm at home, or I'd have to bring the markers everywhere, and that's pretty bulky. So, you know, I just make this work so that it's as convenient for me as possible. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I am just crossing out the numbers of the months that don't exist. So like the 31st of specific months, and like February, it ends 28 this year. So I just crossed out the rest of those. And of course, erasing everything because I sketched out everything. Okay, so this next spread is actually I think I just started it last year, in my last year's bullet journal, or this year's bullet journal, sorry, 2020 bullet journal. Um it's a birthday spread. So it's just a spread with all of the months, and where I can write down everybody's birthdays so that I don't forget them, because I do monthly spreads every month. And if I just put their birthdays like that month, I am really bad at remembering birthdays. I even forgot my own birthday at some point. But yeah, so I just have this page, so I constantly have it here, and then when I create my monthly spreads, I can also write their birthday for that month. I'm sorry about the music fading in and out all the time. I couldn't find music, or no, okay, it's not that I couldn't find. I was just a little bit lazy. Sorry, I'm kind of cramming this video because 2021 is in a few days. So yeah. So I'm just putting scissors on the right side just because the fan kept on blowing the notebook, so that just served as a paperweight. So yeah. Right now I'm just writing all of the months, the names of the months in each of the boxes, and I will be filling these out later on because I don't know if my friends would want you guys to know when their birthdays are. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And I don't want my friends to know whose birthdays are there and whose are not. Okay, so now moving on to my January spread. I really enjoyed creating the spread. It's basically a unicorn and like magical. It's magic themed, I guess. Well, not really magic, but just magical and fan. I don't. Let's just say unicorn, okay? Mystical creatures. They're mystical. There you go. That's the word. So anyway, I drew this unicorn, and I'm so proud of myself because I drew this without a reference at all. Like, it was just in my head, and I knew that I wanted it to have a flower crown, and so I just did it, and I'm so proud of myself because I can't draw, and I actually really, really, really like how this turned out. I just drew flowers, and it's actually so simple. I just drew squiggly lines and then like leaves, and drew a little circle in the middle of the squiggly lines, and boom, flower crown. But yeah, basically this is a unicorn with January, and I just drew this, and I didn't really color anything except for the flower crown. That's the only part of the drawing that I wanted to emphasize, because I don't know, I feel like it would be too much if I colored the whole thing. And of course, at the very beginning of all my months, I always write down, the overview, I guess. Is that what it's called? I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, just enjoy me coloring, I guess. I decided to use my highlighters again for no reason except that they're really pastel, and I think they would just look really cute. So yeah. Also, as you can see, I am really struggling against the fan, and I think in the middle of filming, I just decided to turn it off, but that's not until later, so everything will be flying around until a certain point, I think. Okay, yay, I finished my like the cover page of the month, and now we are moving on to my gratitude page. I had to check my own journal. Yeah, I had to wait for that because I actually didn't know. But anyway, I'm just writing gratitude, and if you guys have watched any of my other bullet journal videos, you'll see that there are some months that I did add a gratitude page. So basically, I write down each day of the month on the left hand side downward, so that's vertically again, and then each day I have to write down one thing that I'm grateful for because it is a really good practice. It helps a lot, especially when the day seems really bad. It's just a good mindset to have to remind yourself to think of something that you're grateful for, and that makes the day a little bit better. And yeah. On the next page, I am doing my sleep tracker. This happens in every single bullet journal spread of mine, and I just didn't want to film, me writing all those numbers because it took me a really, 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 really long, as always. So yeah. But yeah, so right now I'm just decorating it a little bit, and I ended up deciding that I wanted to make the days of the month in a purple strip, which in the end I kind of regretted because this purple is, even though it's kind of pastel colored, it's not as translucent as a highlighter, so you can't really see the days, but that's okay. At least it looks cute, right? Okay, so right now I'm starting out with my monthly spread. As you can see, my pen this is actually a pen that I stole from my sister because I was tired of using my own pens that kept running out of ink, and then that ran out of ink, so I had to go back to my G-Tech. And this is actually a pen that I didn't even buy. I would never buy a G-Tech because they just break so easily and I drop my pens all the time. But anyway, I have this because I won it from somewhere. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the monthly spread and spacing it out, and I don't really know what else to say because it's pretty self-explanatory. So as you can see, I am actually just counting the how many days there are in the row, no, in the column, in the vertical space. I don't know what's happening. I'm cramming, okay? But yeah, so that I could actually space it out properly. And yeah, just make them cubes for each day of the month because I need space to write down everything. And yeah. Now I'm writing down the days of the week on the top, and now I know that for my next spread I need to move everything down by 1 because there is space at the bottom, but there's barely any space at the top for the name of the week. The day of the week, sorry, for Friday and Saturday. That's kind of like beyond the dots. You know how there's like that space above the dots? Yeah, it's there. And so for my next spread, I now know that I should move it down a bit. Now, of course, I do need to decorate, and I'm finally using a brush brush marker to write the word January, and I'm just going to use the other side of a purple, like the fine liner side of a purple one, to add a little highlight, which I actually don't know if I really like it, but it's not too bad, I guess. And it looks decent on camera, so that's fine. Okay, so right now I am working on the last spread of this video, which is the first week of January. And like I said, this is all like magical and mystical. That's the theme for this month. And so like these little things are just gems. And yeah, I'm writing down the days of the month. The days of the week, starting with Fridays and then goes to Saturday, and then the next one is just for notes, and then the next one is for my goals for the month. Because I do have goals for each month, and these are different from my New Year's resolutions. These basically help me achieve my New Year's resolutions because they remind me to do things each month, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so right now I'm just coloring in these gems, and wow, I can't speak. Right after this, I am going to be going back to the other spreads and decorating them a little bit more, and you'll see how I'm gonna do that in a bit. This sticker pack that I am opening up, that I opened up, I guess, is full of like unicorns and like gems and all that, and that is actually the sticker pack that inspired my theme for this month, because I ordered this sticker pack from Shopee and I've never used it. Of course, I've never used it because I don't even use my stickers. So, you know when you just buy a lot of stationery saying you need it and you know exactly how you're going to use it, but you end up not using it? Yeah, that's what happened. So, yeah, I decided, you know what, I am going to use what I have, and I'm going to try to buy less stuff because I don't need them. I probably will still buy stuff, but yeah. Also, I don't know if you can see, but later on, over there in that like bottom left corner, there are a bunch of stickers, right? Well, I told you about the fan, and I didn't think that you could see those stickers. So you're just gonna see a few of them fly away. And I'm just gonna leave it there because I didn't think that you could see it. But yeah. Honestly, I actually don't know if these stickers super go with this spread, but I really wanted to use them, and I'm sure that I'm going to end up decorating them, the spreads, later on, whether it's with more stickers or with some doodles, so that the stickers look a little bit more natural in the spread, and to add more colors, because it's kind of like just purple and a very pastel pink. It just doesn't match, but it's okay because I wanted to use the stickers, and those stickers are gonna inspire me. Or that's just me trying to convince myself. Also, I just cut out the stickers that are like, how do you say, like, going over the page, because obviously I wouldn't want that anywhere else. But yeah, I'm done. Wow. My bullet journal for 2020 is officially set up and is ready for the first 2 days of 2020. And whoa, 2020. I've been saying 2020. I mean 2021. That's crazy. Okay, I still am in disbelief. So yeah, this is pretty wild. But yeah, I hope 2021 brings everybody happiness. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye!